Hey, what's up, guys? Max here. Alright, we're gonna go on with another video, and gonna be excited right here to read another chapter of Tommy and Tristan's Way Apart. It's about Cole, all their scars, all about the rift, what's after the rift. See, there's going to be a lot of things going on very differently, and as someone that might be showing about what this person is, rather than show what Cole wants to know what's going to happen, but already Cole had a lot of his thoughts about what's going to happen. So perfectly, but you may as well. But we're going to read chapter 6 right now. Let's get to it. I play around with my powers while I wait and make a sculpture of Cole. It is effortless. I have years of interactions with him stored in my easy access memory banks. He has been gone for 2 days now. Look at the refraction in his shape. It is a hot day, and he will be gone soon. I should not have made that. I detect my emotional rate out of decline. 2 days are not a long time, but the circumstance of his departure troubles me. The note he left behind was most perplexing. She would be there soon. She is always punctual. I looked up at the floating island in the sky. It does not compute. I have run countless scenarios, but none of them make logical sense. Even with my recent upgrades, the numbers just don't add up. I wonder if I will be able to get right if Pixel was still up in my head. I conclude that some factors in this world must be outside the grasp of logic, like my own power. I have vague memories of how I got, but there is no logic I can make of that either. Just that it happened. I see dust in distance from a car approaching. It lifts my emotion and rage out of it. Claire is good to have around. It is nice to have an outside perspective on things sometimes. Hi, Zane. Hot day, isn't it? Claire looks over at the puddle under the unshapely ice block, which recently resembled coal, but she does not comment on it. Ready for a bit, housekeeping? I know I am. Claire seems to love coming here, even though her job is the mundane one of cleaning the temple and doing small repairs. She has always seemed so joyous. She has history in the temple, but back when it was still haunted by the ghost of Sensei Game, her father was the caretaker. He had become a tourist attraction back then. He did not do a very good job. Claire has told me that he fully believed in these stories about it being haunted, and he was deadly afraid of it. That is the reason the temple was in such disrepair back then. He would not go near it, and mostly tended to the grounds around it. Claire, on the other hand, is not afraid of anything. She often made her way outside to explore the attic staircases, studies, corridors, dojo, atelier, and such. I suspect she knows the interior layout better than I do. She seems very eager today. Can we go to? Can we do a sweep of the temple, please? I was expecting her to say that. I'm not comfortable with it. Summoning my elemental dragon has become increasingly difficult these past few months. It takes a much higher level of concentration now. The others have felt it too. I've run simulations on the scenario that it has something to do with Master Root going missing. But the feedback offers explanation. Maybe it was another one of those things that cannot be defined within the parameters of logic. I found myself saying, yes, Claire, a sweep could prove most satisfactory. It contradicts my coding to endanger another being unnecessarily. I shall strain myself to make it safe. It is very interesting to observe Claire as we take to the skies of my ice dragon. I focus on the dragon, but it is hard to ignore the pure and unhinged joy she expresses. Our lives have become lives of duty and responsibility. Claire is not burdened by that. I admire and envy her. I find myself enjoying a few sweeps of the temple while Claire waves enthusiastically as Misako feeding the koi in the pond. As we sat down, Claire wastes no time. She loves that temple, and the fact that it's now floating in pristine condition is just another plus for her. She seems to be a bit disappointed that it is no longer haunted though. She chuckles as she talks about how that was the thing that made his father keep his distance. Now that it's not haunted, keeping the grounds shouldn't be a problem for him. Except he is also afraid of heights. It was Lloyd's idea to get some sleep to take care of the temple. We need to stay focused on our search for Rue. We will soon be leaving again. I guess Jay will need a new search partner. Perhaps. She greets Claire with a warm hug. Great Wahira! This place looks great. Less than a year ago, it was a complete mess. An awesome complete mess, but look at it now. Dad had his hands full keeping looters today. But this whole airborne thing you guys got going, I guess you don't have that problem anymore. Who's that, Johnson? Not at all. Having the best ninja all the land and South Elemental Dragons around also helps. We have not told Misaka about our faint ability to summon our dragons. The loss of Master Wu has taken its toll on her. She is as driven as any of us to find him. She puts up a brave face, but I can feel her pain. She pins up photos everywhere, not just of him, but also us, our friends and those we care about, even on Valny. I have not observed such behavior in her before. With loss comes reflection and appreciation of the good things in your past. My processors have no problem finding logic in them. Follow my lead, Jaren tells me, as his eyes scan over the street, making sure we aren't seen. I do not like doing this, betraying Silas' hospitality, but after all, this is the reason why Yang sent me here. So I hide away my guilt for later. He scans the street to make sure the coast is clear, and then he edges to the roof of one of the tallest buildings. I follow. When I join him, he is already removing some wooden boards from the side of the wall. I did not come by this place by chance. I was following a lead. This was intense. Come inside. No one knows this room exists. It is dark inside. Only the light of the rift on my head illuminates the room. I see that Duran has a reason to be secretive. The place is filled with ornate artifacts, vases, weapons, idols, and paintings. He turns to me and looks me straight in the eyes. All this stuff is a thin, thick Edo period. Those villagers were the building materials, and this stuff comes from. They were old, but they were in fine shape. They were abandoned. No one knows why, when, and what happened to the people who lived there. They just left, or were taken. No one knows. Jaren swallows hard. And that's not all. There is not only stuff here from those towns. There is something else. Something I made years ago, back when I was still a ghost. He points to the corner of the room, and there, bathed in the light of my rift, is a portrait of Master Yang. Alright, now it completely makes sense now to see any kind of a certain clues or any kind of certain facts about what was happening of the rift, and he sees Master Yang still living there. It's in the portrait already, and still standing there, and they still keep staring at it. Cole may be staring at it and find a way of explaining what was going on without being stuck in a ghost, but he still have a scar on his head, and it's still illuminating the room more. Now that might be make sense to see what was happening about Cole. And you already know Zane, you already have Claire, you already have that, and you have Drawn. I just already know now. Just gonna have to find a way to look at what was going on about the game. But okay, guys, that is the end of this video, and hope really enjoy this video. And yeah, do whatever you want, subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you want. Okay, I guess.